doing the paint thing. Right now I'm just laying some primer down. I don't know. Wow. Okay, well, we've got everything primed. Should be kind of ready to go more or less for sanding. So I'm just going to give it a stand. I've got 150 grit on the disc here, and just throwing this out there, these things are fantastic. A Wooster Sherlock GT, so I'm going to use this thing to get through sanding all the primer down a little bit, and then it should be ready for paint. So here we go. Well, we're getting there. I just did some cutting in of the black paint that's going to go on the back wall, across the ceiling, and then down this front wall. And then these two side walls are going to be like a what do you call it? Like a kind of a darker blue-green kind of color. Yeah, so that's about it. So today I'm gonna start rolling the black paint on. That'll be the first coat. I'll have to do 2 coats for sure, because the white primer definitely shines through on 1 coat, but hopefully I'll be able to get 2 coats out of this and it should cover well. So let's take it. Well, still pretty echoey in here. Obviously, no treatment up yet. We're just working on the paint. But yeah, it's coming together. All the black is finished. Working on cutting in the blue-green calm something. What's it called? Yes, calm interlude. Calm interlude. Today I'm gonna finish cutting in, rolling on the 2 walls here. And this room is gonna look a lot darker than it is. I can already tell the difference with the black on the ceiling. The amount of light that's in here with black paint. Wow, what a difference. Anyway, gonna get to that. So thanks for sticking around and watching the progress. Okay, well, as you can see, got the first coat on, all is well. I actually really like the color. With these like bright LED, like daylight LED lights, it's kind of hard to tell, but once I get the actual light fixtures in there, it should reflect kind of what I was after for the lighting and the way the color looks, so it should be good there. Yeah, I don't know, it's looking good so far. So just wait for this to dry. I'll do the cut-ins again around the edges, put another roll on, and painting's done. Well, for the walls anyway. Let's not talk about the trim yet. Things are getting done. Things are getting done. interior was done on top of the exterior of the building. We started with 15 grand for the exterior, and after doing all of the interior, basically doubled that. So, and that, by the way, is us doing all the work on the inside ourselves as well. And when I say us, I mean me, mainly with the help of some close friends and family as well. The most expensive part for paying for the interior stuff was the heater. Getting the HVAC in here going, the heat through the winter, obviously, that's a big deal. After that, probably insulating the walls. So all the insulation, the sonopan, the blown-in insulation in the ceiling, and then after that, probably the flooring. So putting the subfloor in. So, all in all, it's a 14 by 20 room, 280 square feet, and we're looking at just over 30,000. So, and that was with me and, like I said, a couple of helpers doing all of the interior work. So that's about $107 per square foot. So if you were ever considering doing something like this for yourself, that's the cost, not including any labor for the interior stuff. Because like I said, we didn't hire anyone to do the interior. I did that all myself with the help of a couple of friends. So you can see how the cost can go up pretty quickly. So these videos are not to brag about this space or anything like that. I know that, this space pales in comparison to what maybe some audio gurus who maybe you've seen on YouTube or in the audio sphere, the setups that they have in their houses, or their studios or things like that. Some of them upwards around $150,000 to $300,000 on getting, perfect sound isolation and dedicated rooms for recording certain instruments and all that kind of stuff. I don't have that. So I'm, happy to have what I have here. 280 square feet isn't huge, but it's definitely sufficient. So yeah, take that for what it's worth, I guess. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video series so far. If you have found any of this content useful in any way, if you could hit the like button below, and that helps YouTube know that something in here was useful, and it'll help send it out to other people that might be searching for this kind of content. And then, of course, if you're interested in home recording, playing music at home, things like that, just hit the subscribe link below, and that will notify you when I've got other videos related to this kind of stuff. So this is the second part of the video. Obviously, the third one is going to come out. It'll play right after this video when it's available, so you can watch all three in a series if you have the time to do that. So the third part is going to show what the room looks like after we moved everything in here, put treatment on the walls, things like that. Yeah, so there's some paneling that went up on the wall, some acoustic treatment in here, a cloud that I hung up, and some extra peripherals that I put in after the fact, and then do a quick echo test, what it sounded like before moving anything in and putting treatment on the walls, and then what it sounded like after that was in here. So it is quite a difference. So it's interesting what a little bit of furniture and gear will do, and even just some homemade acoustic panels on the wall, how much of a difference it actually makes. Again, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate the time that you're willing to invest, and look for the third part of the series. Thank you for watching this one. Please take care of yourself.